Blocker Outdoors and Old Smokes Coffee present Whitetail Frenzy.
Well, we're back for Season 8 of Whitetail Frenzy. This week, we're headed to South Carolina to the Buck and Boar Lodge for some exciting early season whitetail action, and we have the Miller boys headed down from PA to try their luck at some hog hunting.
Whitetail Frenzy is brought to you by Omega Sights. Range it, film it, shoot it. The West Virginia Division of Natural Resources. Elite Archery. Custard Stand. And by Thorn Broadheads.
Well, we just got on the interstate, had the truck loaded down. We're headed to the Buck and Boar Lodge in South Carolina. It is mid-August, and it's nice to just be able to get out and hunt. You're sitting at home waiting on hunt season to come in. We were down there a couple months ago, and there were 11 of us, and we killed over 20 hogs. And they invited me to come back down on a whitetail hunt. And you know, anybody that knows me, they know I'm not going to pass up an opportunity to go on a hunt trip, especially when I can't go hunting around the house. Our hunting season doesn't come in here for a while, so we're going to head down there, hopefully be in a stand tomorrow and slinging an arrow at a big South Carolina velvet buck. One of the great things about the part of South Carolina we're headed to is that their season comes in August 15th, and it's open for gun, bow, crossbow, whatever you want to use. So it's a great opportunity to get out, do a little hunting, and try your luck at some early season velvet bucks. Oh no.
Yeah, we're good.
We just lost the target. Nothing ever goes smooth with this TV show when we're traveling, ever. Oh man. Come on, don't hit it, don't hit it, don't hit it, don't hit it. I'm glad I looked up and saw it. We got it. Man, that thing about got blasted a dozen different times. That's why you don't drive and text. You never know when a deer target's gonna be laying in the middle of the road. Well, after 8 hours in the vehicle for what was supposed to be a 6-hour trip, we're only about 1.5 miles away from the lodge. We had some issues on the way here with traffic and the target falling out of the back of the truck. But it's dark now, it's raining, so we're gonna try to get in up here, get settled in, talk to Troy and Joe, see what they got planned for us for tomorrow. They've been sending us some pictures of some nice bucks, so hopefully they get us set up on a good one, and we can put an arrow through one tomorrow. Woo! Good to see you, man.
Good to see you too, bro.
Glad to be back up here.
Yeah, man.
Y'all got some good ones set up for us, don't you?
Oh man, we've been seeing some really nice bucks this year.
Yeah, man. Yeah, some of those pictures, man. There's a couple of good ones y'all see.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
more than a couple.
We had a lot of 4-year-old bucks last year that I would have liked to harvest.
Uh-huh.
They didn't get harvested. So that's just.
Well, they don't make it that big by being dumb, you know.
Class bucks this year.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Well, man, I hope this rain cools everything down. It's supposed to be cloudy, chance of rain basically all weekend.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing.
It might not be too hot.
Man, I'll tell you what, it's been hot, so anything other than that would be good.
Connor said, well, I brought my rain gear. I said, man, if it rained, I didn't.
Whitetail Frenzy is brought to you by Blocker Outdoors. Gear that works as hard as you do. Buck Creek Scents. One deer, one season, same bottle. Kanawha Ammunition. Scent Assassin. And by Whitetail Trail Mix.
And then go down maybe down in the bush on the other side and scatter some more.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what we're going to do, it's been raining all evening. We didn't get up here till late. Joe's already got the stand hung. We're gonna put out some whitetail trail mix back here. We're gonna put out a camera, put some trail mix down below the stand. We got another front moving in. It's just kind of slacked off, so we're expecting these deer to be laying down tonight, and then hopefully when the rain stops tomorrow, if it does stop, we get them shummed in pretty good and get a nice one in here in front of us to get a shot. All right, we should be getting pigs. All right, we're getting ready to go out for the first set. Bob and Justin, those guys, they went out this morning and it poured rain, so we slept in a little bit. But we went out last night, we got some whitetail trail mix put out, got those deer coming in, we're hunting a couple trails that heads out to a feeder. We're gonna shoot the bow real quick, make sure we're dialed in, and then we're gonna head out to the stand and hopefully we get a good buck show up this evening. Well, if we get one to stop at 20 yards, it's in trouble. Now, if I miss, we're gonna refilm this. We're not gonna show this part, but if I miss, we're gonna come back and shoot the bow, and I'm gonna miss the whole block. That way it makes it look like my bow was off. I'm pumped, man. I'm pumped, dude. They got some great bucks showing up on camera. They done all the work for us all summer. I mean, they've been out scouting, hanging stands. These bucks are in bachelor groups. They haven't split up yet. I mean, they're seeing, 8 to 10 bucks together in some of these groups. So now we just gotta go get in the stand, and hopefully they're on their feet moving. Well, we're pretty good ways back in here already. There's no way, there's so many roads back in here. There's no way I can find my way back to the stand after just going in there last night, but it was about a 15-minute ride on the side-by-side, taking a little bit longer today in the truck just because we're not going as fast. But it just amazes me how much land they have here to hunt. I'm ready to go smoke one though. These, I'm pretty pumped to try these new Thorn broadheads. That's a 2.2 inch cut, but there's nothing sticking out. Everything is in there flush. Shot them a little bit, practice with them, and I mean, they're downrange, exactly like field points. No excess noise from them. Doesn't cause any arrow movement. I haven't shot anything with them yet. Hopefully we find out here in the next couple of days what they'll do to a whitetail. I'm glad this stand is out of the sun because it is a lot cooler right here. Probably about 15 degrees than it is out there. We're gonna climb in here and get set up. Hopefully we get a couple of these good bucks in here this evening. Set up in the stand. It's the first afternoon. It's in the low 80s, which is about 10 degrees cooler than it has been in the last week or so. A lot of rain this morning. Hopefully these deer are gonna be on their feet this evening. We're gonna get settled in here, try to endure the heat. Hopefully, we get blessed with a big buck in here this evening. Well, I'm pumped. We're finally set up. We're in the stand, ready to go. First set of the season. Let's sit back and see what happens. That's Chocolate Rock right there. He was here just a little while. I didn't check that camera before we came in. He was here midday. He was right here. We did that whitetail trail mix. They cut some brush, cut a couple shooting lanes back in there and piled it up there and dumped that trail mix in there last night. He had his head right down in there eating. See him right there. See him there. Well, it didn't take long after we got set up for a doe and a small buck to show up. At that point, I'm thinking with all the rain we had and the front moving out, the deer were going to be on their feet and we might get some good mid-afternoon activity. But shortly after the doe and the small buck left, the clouds parted, the sun started hitting us, and it was hot. For the next 2-3 hours, it was absolutely miserable sitting there. And then out of nowhere, a nice buck popped out right in front of us.
That'd be such a good shot right there. Oh, money. A nice deer. That's a buck that was just here. That picture just sent to my phone just a little bit ago when he was out there. That's why it looks just like he has a drop tine in that picture. But his G2 is just like bent down. It's not actually a drop tine. Pretty cool deer though. That's a tough deer to pass on in South Carolina.
Whitetail Frenzy is brought to you by Ole Smokes Coffee. Use promo code FRENZY for all online orders. O Old Oaks Outfitters, Indiana's premier whitetail and turkey hunting destination. Lethally addicting mineral and attractant. Trophy Tree Stands. Whitetail Frenzy is also brought to you by the following partners.
Well, as the sun starts to set, the action starts to pick up for Kenny and Connor.
As I was watching this big buck come in, I looked over at Connor and I could tell he wasn't filming the same deer that I was looking at. From his angle, he couldn't see the deer because of the foliage. But he finally saw the deer, he got on him. The shot was perfect and it all worked out.
Stroke. Yeah. Yes, baby. That shot was right on the money. I could see the blood pumping out. This is my first set, my first whitetail hunt. My glasses are fogging up. It's my first whitetail hunt of 2020. The very first set with this new Elite Cure. And we just smoked one of our target bucks here in South Carolina. Man, that buck was a beauty. I am shaking like crazy, man. This is awesome. We sat here all afternoon. There was a few hours where the sun was just hitting us, man. My boots were burning. We were sweating. I had to take the mic off my chest and tape it here because the tape was coming off. But man, it paid off and we just smoked a big buck. We're not gonna wait too long because that deer's not gonna go very far. The shot looked great. Blood was going everywhere. Man, got it done. Good job, Connor. Yeah, man. I was like, I said, shooter, did you not see him coming in? You were like, I don't have him. I was like, he's right in front of you.
No. So I saw both of them, all right?
Uh-huh.
But the one, I never saw the antlers on the one that was back in the bush.
Uh-huh.
I saw the big one coming right here, and then the one that was back kind of spooked. I don't know where he went.
Mm-hmm.
But
You talking about the big one I shot?
the one you shot was bigger than the one you were looking at originally.
No, the one that I said that he was standing right there. Like when you said I'm not, he was standing there like I wasn't looking at the 8-point. I was like, here comes a shooter, and I seen him coming from way back in there.
So that was another deer then. You might not have saw him.
Uh-huh.
There was another one kind of back behind that tree.
It wasn't real big though.
Okay, I thought you were looking at him.
No.
Okay,
No.
all right.
No, this one came right down through there. And then, man, he was standing there facing us forever, and I was shaking like crazy, man. God, I was like, my hands are sweating. I was like, is he ever going to turn? I kept thinking, because we're hunting. There's a feeder back in this direction, and it's really weird. We thought a lot of the deer were going to be coming up out of here, and because what happens? A lot of times they get to that feeder and they'll circle it and get downwind of it, and you know, a lot of times especially being hot like this and sweating, you can get busted. But we kind of set up in the way in, put that whitetail trail mix out last night, and man, it worked. It worked perfect. That deer was probably on, his head was on that cell camera when I shot.
Whitetail Frenzy is brought to you by Center Point Crossbows, Odoko Wildlife Seed, Warner Law Offices, Reed's Spray Foam Insulation. Whitetail Frenzy is also brought to you by the following partners:
Well, I have the trail cam over there as a mark to where he was standing when I shot him. Let's go get him. Right there he is. I see the rack sticking up over there. Look at the rack sticking up, man. Unless that's a big rock with a pile of brush, but it looks like a big dead buck to me. But man, look at this South Carolina buck. Oh my goodness. Look at that thing. Dang, Connor. Dude, that deer is bigger. That deer is bigger than I thought he was.
Dude, I told you he was.
Man, the mass, I cannot get over the mass on this deer. I mean, I know he's got velvet on, but man, this deer is a big South Carolina. You want to get somewhere, get a chance to get out and hunt early. I mean, their season in South Carolina comes in mid-August. We were bow hunting, but it's bow, gun, crossbow. South Carolina has a very early season. And if you're looking for somewhere to go, the guys here at Buck and Boar Lodge, they will put you on some deer. Man, they put in the work for us, you know. We work so hard back home to get on big deer and kill big deer. And, you know, this is so far away. It's nice, you know, it's nice to come down here. When somebody else does all the work all summer, come down here and just relax, have a good time, knowing that they're gonna put you on good deer. Man, what a brute. This is a giant South Carolina buck right here.
With Kenny on the board, let's see what the Miller boys can do.
All right, y'all, we're gonna try something different tonight. We've been sitting in the stands most mornings and evenings. We've seen a lot of hogs, but I think we're gonna try a little spot and stalk tonight. So Mr. Joe's gonna go put us on some hogs. Should be a good time. So we're gonna head out. We'll see you in a bit.
Justin, what are you packing, brother? That rifle looks bigger than you. We don't know if you're taking the rifle hunting or if the rifle's taking you.
Good shot. I think you hit it.
Oh yeah, he's down, man.
Well, the Birdman might be packing around a bazooka, but that's where he's aiming.
Blood pumping.
Oh, I guarantee it will.
Is it pumping?
Dude, I'm fired up. That's the first spot and stalk I've done on a wild hog like that, man. That was some work. We had to do belly crawling, playing the wind, man. This wind is just swirling like crazy. But we got up here, slipped in about 75 yards from this big old group of pigs. We got an awesome boar, man. Put a good shot on him right behind the ear. He dropped like a ton of bricks.
I mean, you're shooting through this stuff. That's,
Right.
That's tough, and that's about what these hogs are that's all they're gonna let us do today.
Hey, man,
With this heat like that, they love
That's
to lay
all
up
right.
and stuff.
That was awesome. Look at that.
Dude, I can tell you this much. That's a cannon that you're shooting. Because I was like, I don't know if you noticed, I was kind of creeping back when we crawled up there.
Right.
I saw the muzzle brake. I said, that's going to be loud. And I'm going to tell you something. That was loud.
I'll tell you what, man, this thing is loud, but it drives tax. This little 6.5 Grendel.
There had to been, what, 100 hogs in
Oh,
there?
at least 100 hogs, man. There's a pile of pigs. And what? We only could see, what, maybe 10, 15 of them until they stood up?
And it's so thick in here. And that's what they're doing right now in this heat. They're laying in this tall grass. And it's so hard to hunt them in the heat of the day like this.
Yeah.
You did great.
Hey, man.
I guess we got to go back to camp, get your old man, see if he'll come up here and do the same.
That's it, man. We'll go get him rounded up, see if we can put another stalk on.
Well, another successful trip to the Buck and Boar Lodge in South Carolina. I'm telling you what, if you're looking for an awesome hog hunt or a whitetail hunt or a chance to get down there and hunt velvet whitetail like we did, I tell you what, that is a tough place to beat. But next week, we're going to be back here, same time, same place. We're headed to Kentucky for some more early season whitetail action.
A lot of guys don't think they can come to South Carolina and kill a deer.
I will tell you what, I don't know another place I can go in the middle of August
I'm going to
and shoot a big buck.
And I would shoot something that big in a heartbeat or smaller.
I think people don't expect that when they think South Carolina.
They don't.
They don't expect that.
No,
and y'all got several really nice deer.
Yeah.
But the big thing is y'all don't just let a bunch of people come in and shoot them out. You manage the deer and try to take out your older, more mature deer. Let your younger deer grow and feeding them good.
We just try to take the cream off of the top. You know, leave the rest for next year.